Guys, so thank you for clicking on my video. Today I'm going to do a review on the Bumblebee Haakaa and the Haaka Generation 3. So I really like both of them, but I got one of them first, and this is the first one that I purchased. And I will say it's a really good Haaka. I will say that. If you want something smaller, something compact, you just kind of want it to have a little extra milk, then this is a good option. So this one goes up to 4 ounces, but I will say you will not be able to fill up to 4 ounces in one sitting, because if you fill it up, I want to say halfway, it usually will unsuction and fall off, and then you'll have to dump out the milk and start over, because you don't want spilled milk. Spilled breast milk is like losing liquid gold. So to use it, I flip the flange like so, and I will squeeze the bottom like this, and then you want to make sure that the oval, or not the oval, the teardrop is facing upwards like this. So then your nipple goes right in the middle like that. You flip it and unsqueeze. And usually it will stay squeezed. I don't know why it isn't. So that is how you use this. And you want to make sure your nipple isn't rubbing on the sides, because then it doesn't have like a good pour. This Haaka came in this bag, which I think is super cute. I'm going to use this bag for like other stuff probably. And on the bag it says, "See the world, find yourself." And I absolutely love that. That's so cute. It came with a star plug that just looks like this. And it also came with a lid, which I haven't really used the lid very much, but I think it is a good option to have if you want to use it. I feel like I use the plug way more. So I love this. I think it was around like $12 or so on Amazon. I'll put the link down below. And then I got the Haaka Generation 3. And this one is 8 ounces, which I love. They also had a 4 ounce, which is about the same size as the Bumblebee Haakaa, and it came in this peach color or a gray right here. So I love this. I will say it's a thicker material, which I love, and it also can be transformed into a bottle, which I'll talk about a little later. I've only filled it up halfway because I don't really use them very often, just because my son feeds a lot. So it's really more so to keep my breast pads dry because my letdown is so strong. Or when we go out and about, I like to have that milk sitting in the fridge. I have the milk in the freezer, but it's just more convenient to have this. So I really love this. And the suction is very strong. I wouldn't say it's painful for me, at least, but I heard that it can be very painful on the nipple for some people because the suction is so strong. And the way that you can control the suction is based on how much you squeeze the bottom. So say you want a strong suction, you would squeeze all the way. If you want more of a slight suction, you wouldn't squeeze so hard, and so on. So it depends on how much you squeeze. So to use this, you flip the flange like this, and just like the other one, it has like a teardrop, which is actually a very big opening, which I love personally, because being a woman with big breasts, I feel like I also have bigger nipples, and my nipple fits better in this because it doesn't rub. So that's a plus. So then you, like I was saying, you flip the flange. The teardrop faces like this towards you, so upright. You squeeze based on how much suction you want. I like a lot. You put it on, attach it, and then it just kind of sits there, and you feed your baby on this side. Which I feel like is really great, because when you have a baby that likes to kick around, and if they unlatch, then they're wailing and everything, and you're like, okay, let me get you on there, and everything like that, it doesn't really fall off. I will say it is definitely heavier than the Bumblebee Haakaa, but because the suction is so much stronger, it's very good. And if you want to collect a lot of milk in one container, and also you won't have to dump this out to refill it. You just squeeze it and then you reattach, which is very good because you don't want to have to constantly dump out the milk just to continue. So that's great. What I noticed also on this, which I thought was really cool, is they have the symbol, if you can see it. And I thought it was so cute. It's like a little face sticking their tongue out, and it says Haaka on the bottom, which I love. And this one also has the designs on it, but that was my favorite part. So I'm going to show you how to take it apart. So here is the container, and it came with the ring and the flange. And this ring, if you don't tighten it onto the bottom, then the milk will leak out the side. So when you put it on, you have to make sure it's tight, which is really hard to take off and transform it into a bottle, especially when there's milk in it. So then I bought the nipple also to transform it into a bottle. It was separate, so just the Haaka and the flange and everything alone, it was around $30. But then when you want the nipple, it's extra $10 or so, so it's around $40 altogether. But I will say I really love this nipple. It's a little flimsy. So for my newborn, it bends kind of, but I feel like he really likes it. And as a breastfeeding mom, I absolutely love it because it has the little bumps around right here. So it's supposed to mimic a nipple, and the roundness of it is great. So I really love that. I will say I think the flow is pretty good. I haven't noticed any issues with this bottle with my son, like choking on it or anything like that, so that's been very good. I will say he also has the Dr. Brown bottles, and that flow is pretty fast sometimes, so we end up having to like pat him. So when we go to the grocery store and we have to feed him while he's in the car seat, this is definitely a better option. So I love this. And to put this together, you stick it in here, and now if I show you the right way, I stick it in here. It's kind of however you want, and you just make sure everything is fixed and in there nicely. So it actually comes with 2 nipples for the total of $40. And I will link this site down below just so it's easier for you guys to find. And I really, like I said, I really love this as an option, because then it transforms from a Haaka for let down to a bottle. So it's great. So I will say that I don't fully regret buying the Bumblebee Haakaa, because I do use it when I just kind of want to fill up a little bit and I don't want to worry about having something so large just hanging right there. But I usually use the Bumblebee Haakaa just to pour in to the Haaka Generation 3. So I will say I probably would have just bought this one in the first place instead of buying the Bumblebee Haakaa, just to save some money, and because in the long run I'm going to be using this one way more than the Bumblebee Haakaa, because he's going to be eating more, he's going to need more milk, and this one just fills up more and creates a full bottle. Hi guys, so it's really hot right now, so I look a hot mess. But I figured I would show you guys how much milk I just collected from a feeding. And he's probably not quite done. He might be, but it is 2 ounces. And I didn't want to empty my boob too much just because I want to make sure I still have enough milk. So we have 2 ounces in my Generation 3 Haaka. There we go, guys. So that's the end of my review. I told you guys I was going to make it, so I hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you continue to watch more of my videos as I progress and they get better, and I just kind of learn a little more and continue my journey on YouTube. So I love you guys, and if you watched all the way through this video, you are the best. You're my biggest fan, and you guys are beautiful. I love you.